up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we're talking about men not approaching women anymore. For over 40 years, women have told men to leave them alone. Don't approach me, you creep, they would all say. And it turns out if you keep telling men to stay away from you, they will. Modern women are going on TikTok to whine about men not approaching them. Back in the day, it was simple. A guy saw a pretty woman, walked up to her and said hi. Of course, women called that predatory and patriarchy, and now everything's messed up. Let's take a look at some of the women that are complaining about men not approaching them.
So anytime.
All right, so what are we gonna rate her? I would say 6, 5, 6, 5, 6.
I'm talking to like a new guy, I would say for the past maybe like 5, 6 years, majority of the time they always ask me why I'm single. They can't believe I'm single. They think men are out here approaching me left, right, and center. Let me tell you, like I told them, men do not approach me, okay? It's very rare that a man out in public, out in the world, will see me. I don't care how good I look that day. I don't care how good I smell. I don't care about none of that. They're not walking up to me. And that's because my demeanor says I'm good. I don't come off as friendly. I don't come off as approachable. I don't come off inviting. And that's very intentional, because you're not going to come over here and waste my time. You're not going to come over here and play with me, baby. Like, I'm not the one.
What the? So she complains about men not approaching her and then says, I'm not the one.
And
I do this intentionally. I scare off men, women.
Be known before you even open your mouth, before you even fix your legs to come walk over into my space and start exchanging words with me. And I like that. And I'm going to keep it that way.
Have you been through a nasty breakup, a false accusation, or divorce court hell? Our private university isn't just about self-improvement. It's about protecting yourself as a man. We brought on legal child support officers, legal experts to teach you how to defend yourself before it happens. Reduce your risk, arm yourself with knowledge. Go to pearlinvite.com, watch the short video, and apply, because nobody is coming to save you, but we can show you how to save yourself. All right, here's another one. Why men don't approach me in public.
I'm somebody who doesn't get approached in public by men, right?
Yeah, you got short hair. Men like the long hair.
And for the longest time, I wondered, why is that? But it just dawns on me. It's because I'm perfect. Oh, I'm too perfect.
Bruh.
Like, just gorgeous and beautiful and all those good things. What do you even say to somebody like me when you see me in public? Somebody so ethereal and otherworldly. Men probably see me in public and think their schizophrenia is acting up. They're hallucinating. And before you comment and say anything like, no, it's because you're so big and tall and you don't have any fucking hair and you're kind of masculine looking. Don't. I'm not hearing any of that. I'm dead set on being fucking perfect and unapproachable and unattainable. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, men approach at like bars and that sort of setting, but in my lifetime, it's never really been normal for men to approach you in public.
Hey guys, I'm Bahar Nabiyeva.
Because you're single right now, right?
Yeah.
How should guys approach you in the gym, or if at all?
They don't approach me, they just stare at me because I think I look intimidating.
So they do where they find you on
Yeah, I mean, men aren't super into neck tattoos.
social media, follow you, slide in the DMs,
They
but
slide
never
in the
actually say
DM
anything.
talking about, I saw you in the gym, but I was kind of a little scared to approach you, and I was like, no wonder.
Do you understand how you're kind of intimidating though?
Yeah, but I think like even at this point without no context, I think it's the vibe that I'm giving off, maybe a little like tomboyish style, and I think I do look a little intimidating, I'm not gonna lie.
Or you could approach them.
No, but I'm not looking for a boyfriend.
True.
Looking for a man.
Let's see if there's another. Okay, there's one more.
Guys do not approach you at the bar, not because you're not pretty, but it's because of this.
Because your tits aren't out. Get them out, ladies. If you want to increase your approach rate, just put out the boobs. It'll go up by 1,000.
I've been going to the bars every weekend with my friends, maybe for the past couple months, and I love it. I love socializing, and I'm single. And my friend and I were talking at the bar the other weekend, and we were talking about how we've never been approached by a single guy before. Like, maybe ever. which is just insane to think about. Like, I can name a couple occurrences where they have, but it was like people from Europe, and they're like a different breed of people, okay? So I feel like the culture in America is way different. Guys do not want to approach you, not because of how pretty you are or how you look, but it's really because they're scared of you. And then us women over here who are single are thinking like, we look amazing. We did our makeup. We chose the perfect outfit. Why aren't all these guys coming up to us? Even if we're not into them, why don't they just come up just to like make us feel good about ourselves?
Yeah, because that's what guys are thinking. How do I make women feel good about themselves? Because they don't have big enough egos. They're wondering, how do I smash? That's what they're thinking. How can I turn this into sex? And if, women aren't putting out at the bars, they're just going to stop going. They're like, am I going to get sex out of this? No. Meh, I'll stay home and play video games. That's what the guys are doing.
Ourselves. Okay. Now I want you to think of the perspective of a guy. I'll never know what's in a man's head, but I have pretty good idea from like my guy friends and going out a lot. Guys are intimidated by you, okay? They don't all have that courage or charisma or just bravery to go up to you like you have to somebody else. And on top of just being intimidated by going up to a stranger in general, you're probably surrounded by a big group of friends. And even worse if you're surrounded by your guy friends, because they're going to assume that you're dating one of them. And no one wants to go up to a girl who's surrounded by a bunch of guys, okay? It's just a cock block. So now you're probably thinking, okay, we have this information, but what do we do with it? First off, I don't really think bars are the best place to really find a relationship. It's great to meet people, have fun, really get to know other people. But if you're putting all your eggs in one basket and really putting so much pressure on finding a guy that will take you seriously, that's going to be very hard. The other thing is that we always make fun of dating apps a lot, but I think the percentage is something like 60% of people now meet their significant other on the internet. Because people don't go up to other people anymore because they know they can meet you on a dating app. It's so much easier. This past Saturday, I literally went up to a group of guys and was like, do you want to play cards? I wasn't attracted to any of them, but I'm so happy I did it because I made a new group of friends and it was so much fun. And initially I thought that they weren't that fun. Like they just seemed like they were like moping around. They odd RBFs, like whatever. And I went up to them and they ended up being the funniest group of guys ever. And I'm sure a lot of guys think of you that way too. You might.
Yeah. And they're like, dang, these girls hung out with us all night and we didn't even smash.
Have like an RBF or just you don't seem approachable. But little do they know how you really are. So the takeaway from this video is that guys not coming up to you out in public says nothing about you. You can literally be like Gigi Hadid and a guy's still not going to come up to you. Guys are intimidated and it takes so much courage to go up to a girl. And a lot of guys are cheap and just don't want to buy you a drink and they're scared of getting used for a drink, which kind of sucks, but I understand. So do not weigh your worth and whether or not people come up to you.
Okay, there's cope. There are women that are super hot that do get approached all the time. I was friends with a 9 when I was younger, and it was actually crazy going out with her because she just got so much male attention everywhere. Like she would get yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments on why aren't men approaching. Do you approach women? And if you do, let me know how and where in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.